Yes, Fossil Island. Look how beautiful all the scenery here is. They really did a great job. What if... Oh, there we go. Much better. Now, we can start skilling. We have a lot of herbs to clean. In terms of 200 million Herblore XP, we're probably talking around 80,000 herbs. Every single potion I have to make is all hands-on. I have to click every single herb to clean it, and the step that most people don't even think about, I have to add the clean herbs to vials of water for 0 experience to make an unfinished potion. People usually use an NPC to do this, however, that guy is locked in the desert. Of course, because there's nobody else to do it, we're stuck making 80,000 unfinished potions. What? You didn't think I'd actually just sit at a bank and gain 0 XP throughout 80,000 potions, right? We have a banker's note. We have an infinite amount of inventory space to multi-skill wherever and whatever we want. So what is the first step? Well, we never finished 200 mil Hunter, and we don't need Black Chins anymore thanks to Soul Wars training our range at 20 mil an hour. So we can train Hunter at Herblore instead. Black Chins were about 4.1 mil an hour, whereas Herbie is only 3 mil. But remember, we don't care about 200 mil Hunter. It's just a small stepping stone on the road to 200 mil all. If we look at that 3 mil an hour Hunter from Herblore, and then add the Herblore that we're doing, we're making 2200 potions every hour, only doing it while running to the next blue square that Runelight tells us to click. Looking at the long-term goal of 200 mil Hunter plus Herblore later on, this is about 25% faster than Black Chins. All that I needed to do was turn on 2 Runelight plugins, Herbie AFK and Blindfold. After that, the island is much easier to navigate. And here comes the final Hunter XP drop. 200 million experience and yet another skill. It's now time to finally train thieving without the Trickster relic. Everybody who you've seen training thieving inside leagues has probably done pickpocketing with the relic or pyramid plunder for some tasks. You have seen the current choosers do artifacts for 30 minutes to complete the task. However, artifacts are insanely underrated as a thieving training method, even in the main game. Similar to Herblore, it requires a lot of running around, which opens up a lot of opportunity for multi-skilling, especially with the Banker's Note. But let's not even look at the multi-skilling XP rates yet. This method is exactly the same as the main game, no bus for thieving XP. So the thieving XP in the main game can be found by simply dividing the XP rate we're getting by 16. Even if we were to say average 4500k, not including any Herblore XP, we are casually getting 281k an hour thieving right now. Utilized artifacts without multi-skilling can go anywhere from 270 to 300k depending on how good you are at it. So, not even including the secondary skill you can do with it, it already just about ties the fastest thieving XP method in the game, which is Pyramid Plunder. Let's throw in that secondary skill now though. We're currently getting 3 mil an hour Herblore, which would be the same as bank standing for 35 minutes. Except, because of Banknote especially, we are legitimately losing 0 thieving XP, and just getting a passive 3 mil Herblore every hour. We started at 13 mil thieving, so we have a whole 40 hours to do this method. Meaning, if we've managed to find all of the unfinished potions elsewhere, 200 mil thieving will grant us a free 120 mil Herblore XP. So let's jump into some gains. We got 50 mil Herblore, 100 mil thieving, 125 mil thieving, 120 mil Herblore, and 150 mil thieving. We did make a lot of unfinished potions during Herblore, but we definitely didn't make enough to get this much Herb XP. So what have I been doing when I wasn't at artifacts? Welcome to Mining Blore. It's funny, but there is a huge reality that you can add the word blore to any method or skill in the game with Banker's Note available. Until we finish making our 80,000 unfinished potions that we need for 200 mil herb, we're basically playing Rune Blore. Mining Blore is better than normal mining in Herblore at a bank because my best mining method is 2.67 tick iron. However, because my pickaxe is 2 tick, I can 2-tick 3 iron ore rocks in a row without moving. The only problem is I have to then wait for respawn. Instead of moving around to another rock, I can make 3 unfinished potions while waiting for the respawn. Or when I need to refresh my inventory, I can make 2 unfinished potions and then simply note and unnote the 2 items in 1 tick. So how does mining Blore compare to mining and then Herblore normally? I get about 1.95 mil mining XP per hour, which is 700k less than normal. But instead of that 700k mining XP, I get 1600 unfinished potions made per hour. This method is about 15% faster than not multi-skilling. Here we are hitting 70 mil mining XP through this method.
Yeah, he's wearing really weird armor, like a mixture from a bunch of different skills. He claims he's going for 200 mil in all skills, but I found him bank standing. It's really weird. Please get here ASAP.
Oh crap, it's the EHP police. They found us training at a bank. I swear I have an explanation. On the main game, I use my torsos to make Zamorak brews, which requires Jangerberries as a secondary, which are extremely easy to collect. Even easier on leagues since I can insta-grow my Jangerberry bushes. But I decided I don't want to do these on leagues. I want to do super combats instead. I already have all of the ingredients banked, and I don't need to waste my time making unfinished potions because I could just use the Torstal herb. And hey, it's over 5 mil an hour, that's really not that bad. Remember these skills? Combat? Well, Soul Wars now? Yeah, here's 200 mil prayer. And for my next combat skill, I guess I'll train magic. I read a blog post saying that we can only use 1000 zeal at a time. But looking back at this clip, it looks like we still could have used more than 1000 at once. Whoops. Well, that was a quick 1.5 hour session and a free 31 mil magic XP, bringing us to 146 mil now. What a relief not to have to alch. More Blore methods. Sepulchre with Banker's Note goes insanely hard, because normally I'd have to do a full lap, which takes almost 6 minutes before banking. However, I can just permanote and always be skilling, and I make about 1.8k unfinished potions per hour here, while losing exactly 0 agility XP. Another W for the non-tricksters, because 200 mil agility will give us a lot of bank standing XP. Looking just at the agility XP rate, we're going to probably average about 1.65 mil an hour for 200 mil agility, so this will be our slowest skill. Here's 50 mil. Banking crafting as a non-banknoter? It's not about it being expensive, I literally profit when I sell back my gems. But now, I have to sell 21,000 diamonds 5 at a time. And it's not even close to the worst part. Okay, we now have 97 mil cash and the diamonds are all gone. So both fire sailors and banknoters have to do this, but now we have to buy as many death runes as we can, 50 at a time. Well, for now, I'll call it a break at 300k death runes. This many death runes is only about 45 mil crafting XP once it turns into gems, so we're gonna find ourselves having to do this at minimum 2 more times. And now, it's time to sell 300,000 death runes. And in order to profit, I have to do 10 at a time. However, since I have a lot of leftover money, I'm just gonna sell 50 at a time to speed things up a little bit. 7 million toggles. This might be fun to spend? I don't know. 27,000 uncut diamonds, 45 mil crafting XP banked, and the whole process was about 70 minutes. Not ideal. I won't bank stand a lot of crafting, but whenever we need to chill to eat, or we just want to slightly AFK a bit before bed, crafting is ready for us. Here's 50 mil crafting XP. I can also craft gems during Sepulcher, and fletch during it as well, although as of right now, I have no idea where to actually balance my fletching, but here's 50 mil at least, I guess. Jumping back into artifacts, there are 2 guards that have to be set up for this method to work. It takes about a minute to lure them, however, it only takes one person to either accidentally or purposely mess them up. Unfortunately, there were a lot of people during leagues that had never seen or done this method that needed to do it for a task. So, the noobs didn't know what they were doing. They would run straight into a guard and mess up the lure. Then, they would be too lazy to figure out how to set it up, so they would just hop around to leech off another world, just to mess that one up within 10 minutes as well. This made me get unintentionally ragged every few hours, so I'd have to leave for a bit and do something else and come back later. Which was fine, I mean, I get it, I was a noob at some point too. However, at some point, I accidentally made somebody very upset in my stream. Because if I started to stream artifacts, I would get ragged by an alt almost immediately. There's not that many worlds to hop around, so as long as this person knew that I was training thieving, it's not that hard to just hop and crash every world. So I'm currently on like a 3-hour thieving session, and I actually have been streaming, but I had my title set to woodcutting the whole time. I was getting ready to be done with this session, and I wanted to prove that I was being targeted, so I changed my title to artifacts, and sure enough, the ragger shows up within 2 minutes. I had a friend here that was going really hard in leagues as well, and we both agreed that we wanted to have some fun with the guy and try to anti-crash for a bit. So whenever the guy messes up the guard, my friend would reset it up instantly, and I would keep doing my own thing. I concluded I'd want to do this until I got caught once. Let's have some fun. Alright, I'm gonna be realistic. I am losing a decent chunk of thieving XP an hour, but this is well worth the laugh. I will probably call it here since this guy will likely never learn how to actually click, so we'll just be back later when I'm done streaming. Okay, so we're back. I just hit 160 mil Herblore, and that means we are at 187 mil thieving, aka 1 more 99 until 200 mil. At 167 mil Herblore, we hit 200 mil thieving. And the rest of Herblore must be done through agility now. I'm currently 176 mil Herb, and we just now hit 75 mil agility. 184 mil Herblore now, and just hit 90 mil agility. With 188 mil Herblore comes 100 mil agility. And finally, of course, 200 million Herblore experience. I think this would be a great stopping point to the episode, So TY for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next episode. Peace out.